And we are now tuned in to the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. You know how we do every week, man. We here for y'all, man. We talk about everything that y'all want to talk about, everything that's going on with pop culture, news, music, and all that. The GoodFellaz is in the building. Shout out to everybody tuned in who has been tuning in, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that. We appreciate y'all, man. So, we talked music earlier. It's only right that like I said, we doing no politics this episode. We ain't trying to talk about who got elected, who not count votes, none of that. We talking strictly entertainment. So we talk music. It's only right that we switch gears and we talk movies. Because man, we need some entertainment to get us through this pandemic right now, man. So big news going on in the world of movies. But before we get into that, it's your boy Tommy Guns alongside my man Big A.
What up, y'all?
My man Dav Noble, AEP Presents in the building.
Peace.
What up?
Sha Montana, Resident Goon.
What up?
And of course, Heritage Hip Hop's own Karev Yah holding it down.
Peace and blessings and salute, y'all.
And whatever you do, just don't mention Gucci Man. You good in his presence. Yo, so big news dropping in the world of movies and entertainment. Yo, Dav Noble, man, why don't you let them know what time it is? Man, let them know it's a monumental move and just the whole movie business. Because this move right here, the repercussions of it is crazy.
Yeah, for real. So it looked like DC is finally going to cave, and they're going to release Wonder Woman, their blockbuster tentpole future summer movie. They're going to release that on HBO Max for the first 30 days. They're going to release it on Christmas, and they're also going to release it overseas in theater. So I guess their belief is that Tenet did really well overseas, and that Wonder Woman can make some money overseas, make some money bringing people to HBO Max, and also Wonder Woman gets out, and they've already been paid. So Wonder Woman gets out, word gets around, and then obviously I think it goes back into theaters and then comes back on VOD. But I mean, for people who got HBO Max, like I have, that's dope because you get to see that 30 days as many times as you want.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like that's one of those movies. I would have gone probably to see in the theater.
Yeah.
Like, I would have gone to
Absolutely.
see Wonder Woman. Definitely. Like, Wonder Woman, I would have done it.
That was one of the blockbuster movies that was supposed to drop this year. Like,
yeah. But you
know what I mean? Like top.
But the problem is you can't keep pushing. All the blockbusters can't keep pushing back because eventually you can't keep pushing the movie back. You have to recoup for your money for the year and stuff. And then what happens is you start having a bunch of movies releasing all at the same time, like all blockbusters, and they eat each other alive, and nothing makes money. But the thing is smart, man, because what I thought, I'm surprised they're charging. But what you see now is what happened when we talked about Mulan. The theaters are going to see that there's more money to be made on these streaming services. Now you see Disney doubling down on a lot of stuff on the streaming services. HBO Max doubling down. They just, they got the Will Smith Fresh Prince reunion. And they got Key and Peele on there. They have the Lovecraft Country. They have, like I said, they're going to have the Snyder Cut, which is going to be huge for them. They got Wonder Woman, and now they're even talking about HBO Max being an extension of the DC universe, which is something that we've been talking about for like mad long, what was going to happen when HBO Max first came out. So it's going to change because I think if Wonder Woman does well, I can't imagine that Black Widow is that far behind. I thought Marvel would be the first. I thought Marvel would do this with Black Widow and make it a premium charge. And I think they would have made money. But now that HBO has released, WB is going to release it for free on HBO Max, now I'm curious what Marvel or Disney are gonna do with some of the stuff that they have, because I think it's gonna get released some way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel the same way. Like, yo, Dab, I feel like, you pay for these streaming services, they should provide, what they offer. They offer big name movies and big name shows. Like, put it on there. Like, don't charge me again. Don't double charge me again. If you already attracted, you wanted us to come there. Your movies, your shows is what you're putting out there for us to come there to see. But then you're gonna charge us to watch it again. Like, I'm with the way HBO Max is gonna do it. Like, yo, you come, you buy into our product. We'll provide you the services of entertainment, no extra charge.
Yeah.
Netflix basically said, listen, we're going out, we're buying all this new content, we're bringing all this fresh stuff to Netflix, and your subscriptions are going to go up by $2. But guess what?
I'm good at it.
You get access to all this stuff. I just watched Kevin Hart's new stand-up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you have to pay for it, man. These streaming services, they going hard to make sure, especially during this time, that y'all are watching their lineup. I mean, shoot, HBO Max, they even got the deal done with Fire Stick and Roku and all that, so that now, where before they weren't on HBO Max, the app wasn't on Fire Stick or Roku. Now I downloaded HBO Max on my Fire Stick. Like, they know what's up. They're trying to be available to as many people as possible when they start dropping these movies, and they're heavily investing in DC to be the anchor right now. It seems like, to drive these people here, because you got a Justice League Dark show, you have now the Snyder Cut, you got Wonder Woman. Now they're talking about all those other things, the Trench, and all those like secondary things that some of the directors wanted to do. They got Green Lantern coming to HBO Max. Conan O'Brien's coming to HBO Max. Like, Rick
HBO going in.
and
Yeah.
Morty, they going in, man. They trying to get them numbers, man. They trying to get them.
They want this slice of the pie for sure.
All right.
You know what I mean? Yo, Karevia, what do you think about this move with Wonder Woman? How does it affect all other movies that were scheduled to drop in 2020?
Wonder Woman's going to change the game for video on demand and for people who want their hits. You know what I'm saying? While everybody watching me, shout out to the people who did this video. This is the Wondrous remix by Deuce Wood and Stan Ipkiss on the Comic Cons album. I think this is going to be big because Wonder Woman, for the movie theaters, right? It's all about money. But you got to understand, the way to make money is to go through the children. And what Wonder Woman did to bring children and women's voices out in the movie theaters, and it was a time for women to be heard. We want to have that rush again, especially with Kamala Harris getting into the vice presidency. I think it was smart for them to drop the movie now, because they can make their money off of that trend. So besides, what is it going to do for movies? What is it going to do for how people make their money? As long as you got the people on your side, you will always make your money. So I think that was the genius about them dropping it the way it was. And look, for them to do it on Christmas, come on, everybody's going to be home. Everybody's going to want something to watch. Everybody may not want to watch Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown, so they can watch Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? And
do some streaming numbers. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's going to be big.
Numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers.
And what's smart is that it's a two-pronged approach. Basically, you're still getting that movie theater money for everybody who's actually got movie theaters to actually go check out, and then you got the streaming. So it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, for the people who want that big movie experience, wherever you're actually able to see it, you can do that. But for everybody else who either can't or won't, but pay, if you already subscribed to HBO on demand, shout out to the, Wonder Woman right there, tell her distracted, you know what I mean? But it's, you're getting money from both sides. And I think that's actually a template for the future of movies. Because, I mean, there's some people who want the big movie experience and who are willing to pay for it. And there's everybody else who, like, either, like I said, can or won't. And the fact that you can actually watch it, from the comfort of your home, that's like a win-win right there. And what are you going to do? You're going to hold up your entire future slate of movies, like for some of these franchises like DC, Marvel, whatever. You're going to hold that up so there's no progress. You're just going to get it out there. You know what I mean? You know, so we already know Black Widow is next for sure. Because, you know, that's, you know, like I said, I mean, if Wonder Woman's dropping, Black Widow's right behind. You know what I mean? And then, you know, it's like they got to make their money because they spent millions of dollars to produce these a couple years ago. You know, in the scheme of things, you know what I mean? Like millions of dollars are paid to produce these films. They got to recoup at some point. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're just gonna hold it up there? Like Corona ain't going nowhere. I think America has made that abundantly clear. Shout out to your boy Trump. You know what I mean? So, you know, like Hollywood has to adapt for the times to get this money. It is what it is. And, you know, Tenet, who did, you know, reasonably well, that was supposed to be one of the blockbusters of 2020. They did pretty well, you know, with their movie theater release. So it's like, what are you gonna do? You gotta adapt to the times. I think it's a smart move. You know what I mean? Sha, real quick, what do you think? Would you be willing to watch Wonder Woman on demand? Do you care? Do you think that this, you know what I mean? You know, do you think this is the way that movies need to go? Like the theatrical release with the video on demand? What do you think?
I think that's the wave of the future. That's pretty much where it's going. You know, and you know, I used to work for a cable company, and that's pretty much where everything is trending. You know, cable packages aren't as, you know, when I left the company about 2 years ago, a lot of people had internet-only packages. They didn't have cable packages, or they might have had a minimal cable package. Everybody's trying to cut the cord. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's where it's trending.
Are you personally looking forward to seeing Wonder Woman on Christmas?
Not really.
Huh?
Nah.
Okay.
But you know, DC, I've never been a big fan of, but definitely I was a fan of Dark Knight. Yeah. Like Dark Knight kind of made me be interested in some type of DC. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I still don't like Superman. The only DC I really like is some of the Batman franchise. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Cool.
So would this make you more likely to subscribe to HBO Max?
No.
But if you can see it like on the Fire Stick or wherever internet site you're able to see it, you would check it out?
I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
It's
Fair
DC.
enough.
It's like, you know, it's DC.
What would be the movie that would make you subscribe to like Disney Plus or something? Like what movie would you want to see that much? I'm curious.
I definitely want to see the next Batman.
So that would, if they drop that on the streaming service.
Yes.
Okay. So you'd subscribe to HBO Max just to see it?
Yeah.
Would you do
okay.
Black Widow?
Sorry?
Would you do it for Black Widow?
I don't even know who or what that is.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Like I know that's just the Marvel flick. But yeah, I guess it depends on the movie. And if it's a big enough movie, are people gonna subscribe? Are people gonna subscribe just to watch this movie because it's still cheaper than going to the movies just to have the subscription? You know what I mean? For a year, you would still justify just buying it for a year. And I think within the year, they have so much lined up to keep the people, because that's the thing too. Like, you can't just get subscribers. You got to keep them. And I think that was one of the that Disney Plus hit a rock with. Is my understanding is a lot of people, it's like Disney, like, okay, what we're giving you is our history, our catalog, you know, all your 90s favorites, this, and that.
Yeah, well,
and
not new.
Which is fire. But after that's done, people were like, what else is coming? Like,
what's next?
Like, what's the new content? So I think you always have to have that next new project coming. And that's also why I think Netflix will always be ahead of the game, because you
Yeah.
can they buy anything from around the world. Like, they have made sure, they said, you know what, we're not just going to focus on American audiences. We're going to go worldwide, and we're going to provide a platform for every country if we want to show their stuff on Netflix. And that's why I think they'll always be number one.
I have no doubt. Yo, Dab, I know you have HBO Max.
Yeah.
Big A, Karev, or Shy, you already said you're. Does this? Do you guys currently have HBO Max? And if not, would you get it now that you know that Wonder Woman's coming eventually on video on demand?
I don't know. I'm still on a like seesaw. I'm like trying to figure out if I really want to do it or not. I mean, they have some good stuff like the show Lovecraft Country. You know, I've heard a lot of good raves. I haven't watched it yet, but everybody that has seen it, it's like, yo, you need to check this out. They're like, yo, you really need to check this out. And I'm like, all right, that's the one thing that I've heard about HBO Max that actually had me interested. I have all the other streaming services. Literally, I have all the other ones. So it's like, do I really want to buy into that? You know what I mean? Outside of Hulu, I don't have Hulu.
You can watch Lovecraft County on regular HBO.
I know, but I don't have HBO.
Okay.
I don't have HBO. I don't have that. But I'm just saying, just in general, it's just like, okay, what, like, you got to give me a bigger and better selling point. Like I don't have a problem with Disney Plus. Like, I paid my annual membership, actually renewal today. I checked my account. I was like, damn. So
you have Disney Plus?
Yeah, I have Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus.
Okay.
I have Disney Plus. Primarily the same reason I got Netflix. Marvel attracted me to Netflix originally when they came out. They said they were gonna have the Defenders, the Luke Cage, the Jessica Jones, the Iron Fist, you know, the Daredevil, and then the Punisher. Oh, hell yeah! You know, so that's why I was initially attracted to Netflix. So then Disney
Don't
Plus,
forget Iron Fist.
I said Iron Fist. I said Iron Fist. I said Iron Fist. But you know, then Disney Plus was coming out. They said, okay, we're gonna have these shows. Now, of course, nobody could foretell Corona, shutting down literally the entertainment industry for at least 5 months, straight 5 months straight. So that put a damper on all the productions that might have been done prior to Corona or that was supposed to be done during Corona.
Yeah.
So all the movies didn't come out. But like, it's like, all right, you got my money, give me something. Like you guys have stuff recorded, you have stuff done, like put something out, like give us something. You know what I mean? Like, thank God for the Mandalorian, because had it not been for the Mandalorian, I would have canceled my subscription with Disney Plus straight up. I would have been like, you know what, I'll wait. Like, and I have a good deal because I was part of the, shout out to Karev for convincing me. I have a good deal for Disney Plus. I got it for the low before it really went public. But otherwise, like, I really wouldn't have cared. I really wouldn't have cared because they don't have anything interesting. And I hype more about HBO Max. It's more, it's stronger. Like, now I'm weaning away from, all the X-Men cartoons that I love and all the Spider-Man cartoons that I grew up watching and whatnot that they have only provided on Disney Plus. But right now, man, like, HBO Max is looking like it was, the Snyder Cut, you got Wonder Woman, and they're offering that stuff for free. Like, I don't have to pay any extra as a membership. Like, it's a no-brainer. It's a really no-brainer for a consumer who wants to spend and get the bang for the bang for their buck. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see anything like extra to really do it outside of being stuck in the house.
Yeah. Karev, do you currently have HBO Max? And if not, would you be more inclined to get it now that Wonder Woman is coming to the streaming service?
I don't have it, but I'm not wanting to get it for Wonder Woman. I really want it because I'm a DC Comics fan. And unfortunately, I bought the DC universe when they first dropped the stream, only to find out that they killed it to go to the HBO Max. And I've been very upset that HBO Max is $15 a month, where I had DC when the beta came out, and I only pay like $5 to $7 a month for it. You know what I'm saying? So the pricing is what makes me fall back a little bit. But I'm very intrigued by HBO Max because I watch my HBO through Hulu. So that's how I got to see Lovecraft Country. But as far as DC, like that's my comic book of choice, company of choice. So, I mean, that's the one thing that intrigued me about it the most. Like Wonder Woman is not going to be the selling point for me, but I am interested to see, are they going to keep all the cartoons I like on it still? Are they going to keep, am I going to still be able to watch Static Shock? If not, then I have a problem because I'm missing like the things that I like from the previous service to this. And personally, since DC's about to go bankrupt anyway, and there's gonna be no books, you're gonna have to get your DC from somewhere. So I mean, if I really want to continue liking Batman, I'm gonna have to get it. If there's something else coming out that I really want to see, then that's gonna be where I have to go. So,
wait, DC's about to go bankrupt?
Well, we had this talk on Facebook a couple years ago about how AT&T bought and when Time Warner merged, and they said that the selling of the phones and how the phone company works is going to determine how they're going to project the other companies. And what's been going on is Warner Media, as it's called now, has been downgrading, downsizing, or basically just firing everybody in print media.
Yeah.
So DC Comics in
January,
DC Comics in January is going to fire a lot of their print people, and they're not being distributed by Diamond Comics or whoever now. So they're cutting all their books. They're going to start fresh with only like probably 5 books, 10 books a month, and the stores have to order like 500 books of each thing to carry it. So it looks like they're going to be forcing print media out, and DC Universe is becoming a comic book only thing online. So now you have digital print media only now. So the digital media for books. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm just mad as hell. Like Disney didn't buy DC, do it right.
I feel you, yo. Like me personally, I mean, I rock out with cable. My girl has Netflix and Disney Plus. I personally, I'm not really be for paying for like streaming services if I don't have to. When I could see the movie either through her or through I have, like I said, I have this dope internet website that Big A put me on. I can see like 90% of the movies that come out. I'm there, so I'm not really pressed, like to get any streaming service additional pay for it additionally. If I were to do it, I would, like I said, I have kids, so Disney Plus, I will kind of lean that direction because in addition to the Marvel, which I love, they have the Pixar, they got like a lot of shit for the kids. So if I were to pay for streaming, I'd probably go to Disney Plus route. I have HBO on cable, so I see 90% of all that stuff already. I love HBO.
If you have HBO, then you have HBO Max for free. Yes.
Really? All right, I'll let her know because I just sit down and she does the thing with the remote. You know what I mean? Like, So, I'm more so Netflix is my go-to as far as like streaming, extra content, and then like this website like the Big A put me on where I could see a lot of the new movies that come out. But
Madro.
Next time you go on there, go to HBO Max and you can
I'm gonna check that out.
Sign in with your HBO subscription. You get it for free.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. But it's just like I'm not sold on the whole let me get, because a lot of people, they have like Hulu or they have like whatever their streaming of choices, but like I'm not sold on like because in place of cable, like, all right, cool, so I'll pay for this and that. Like it's almost, what I mean, I feel like it's almost not worth it to me because I gotta learn this remote and I gotta learn this and I gotta do that. I don't know, like I'm not sold on the whole streaming thing yet, period.
If you like a lot of live stuff, like I watch a lot of sports, I watch NFL Network, and I know you can't do those things, and I get it. Like when I had Verizon Fios, I like Fios. I like to DVR my certain shows. So there are benefits definitely to cable. Like I don't know if I could completely 100% cut the cord.
Yeah, because you still have cable, right?
Not right now.
Well, I mean, in general, you've had cable in addition to whatever.
I had Verizon. I had TV at one point.
Yeah, I can't see myself getting rid of cable to do strictly streaming. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I don't know. I like, at like 11 o'clock at night, you surfing channels and I see like They Live or like just some random movie that only I like, and I'm like, oh shit, that's on like channel 357. Like, I mean, some random channel. Like, I like that. I'm not sold on them. I mean, I feel like Netflix I would have regardless because I feel like they're the go-to as far as streaming, but as far as everything else, it's like I'm gonna wait, yo. And now I definitely want to see, because now that I feel like Wonder Woman and HBO Max is kind of, now that they've made this shift as far as what they're gonna do with their movies, everybody else follows. So I think maybe Disney was thinking like, maybe we'll make them pay like an additional fee. But if HBO Max is showing Wonder Woman for free, then they gotta drop Black Widow like to all their Disney subscribers. I can't see them not doing that because it would put them at a disadvantage compared to HBO Max.
Yep. Word.
And they, like they don't want to get taken out of their, they kind of, I feel like Disney Plus was planned maybe before HBO Max, so you can't let HBO stun on you now. So you got to kind of do what they do. So I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna let like the laws of the free market kind of make everything kind of free or more available to us, man. But like I feel like now is a great time to be a consumer of movies and probably we need to sit tight, let them get their shit together, and then we watch what we want to watch. Because worst case scenario, all of us are internet inclined. We could find a movie or a show we really want to watch.
Yeah.
So we got to earn our money.
Like I said, everything is out there. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like I like it. There's more and more options every day on how to streamline if you want to have cable, but there are so many ways now. Like I got on my Fire Stick, I got Netflix, Prime, I got everything right there. I can search through there, like it's all right at your fingertips.
Yeah.
That's what it wants.
You gotta you big movie entertainment conglomerates, you gotta work for the money now because we got options.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, real quick, Big A, is it about time to pay them bills?
Yo, it's about time to pay them bills, man.
I know our sponsors ain't trying to hear that. You know what I mean? Yo, so real quick, AEP presents my man Dav Noble in the building. Since we're talking about movies, it's only right that my man lets you know how crazy his Facebook group and his whole company is. Because my man AEP presents, they bout this entertainment like. Dav, holla at him, man.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? You could come to the Facebook group. That's A.E.P. presents First Thoughts. Man, it's a pop culture blog. We do a lot of stuff, man. Talk movies, pop culture. Not a lot of politics, but a little bit every now and then. Have some fun, man. You could holler at us, too, if you want to see some photography work. IG.
Yeah.
AEP.
Word. Heritage Hip Hop, speaking of entertainment, we can't go no further unless we talking about music and hip hop unless we get into Heritage Hip Hop. Correct. Let them know how crazy the site is, what you got going on, because you got a lot of stuff in the works, man.
Salute to everybody out there watching. This is Karev, the host of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, which is available on all streaming media right now. We have heritagehiphop.com. And since we're talking about Wonder Woman, I want to give a shout out to Deuce H. Wood V and Stan Ipkiss and their album Comic Cons, featuring a Wonder Woman-led song called Wondrous, the Fangirl Remix. You can check that out on YouTube, and it'll probably be coming to heritagehiphop.com if you want it. But most importantly, just check this out, Heritage Hip Hop everywhere. Salute.
All right. And of course, it wouldn't be an episode of the podcast unless we hollered at my man, our residential goon, Sha Montana. Let them know where they can reach you at on the social media.
GOTHYQ on Instagram, and that's about it.
All right, that's what's up, man. I'm in a few words.
If you want to see some banging concerts over the next few days, you could do GOTHYQ on Snapchat, because I'm going to be drunk in Atlantic City on the boardwalk, and I'm going to be singing into Snapchat.
Okay. Are you going to be singing your new song, Donald Trump is Still My President?
No, that's you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the one that's voted Republican in my lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
My lifetime.
Because I heard a rumor that you was dropping that, so I just wanted to, want to let everybody know. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Okay, all right. Because I heard you was gonna drop that and F the recount by Donald Trump as my president. So be on the
I
lookout.
think you're the one dropping it. You're projecting on me, no homo.
All right. Well, and I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody. I'm Big A. You check me out ADR, AHDAYER. Before we all shut down, it's the GoodFellaz. My man Tommy Guns. He's holding it down. Shy, Karab, Dav.
GoodFellazTV.com. Word up. And with that being said, something tells me it's about that time. Shout out to everybody tuned in, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We appreciate y'all. This is the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast, and we'll see you when we see you.